Who's there?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to QuicksaveTV. I think I just got noticed. It would be much better introduction if I wouldn't. So now, in this video, we're gonna continue the tutorials and talk about how to improve the block skill. The block skill is improved every time you use your shield or your weapon to block an incoming enemy attack. How does it work specifically now? It's not important how many attacks do you block. What's much more important is how damaging the attack was. The more damage the attack would deal, the more increase of the skill you will get. It's very wise to find one very strong opponent and keep blocking his incoming attacks. My friend Bandit Thunderer will help us to understand how it works. Keep the enemy in sight and just keep blocking the attacks. The harder the attacks which you block, the better the effect of the blocking will be. The faster you will increase the skill. This is a very boring way to increase the skill, however it's a great demonstration how exactly does it work. No one forbids you to do the same while you're adventuring, but you have to remember that it's very useful to keep the blocks of especially strong enemies, such as dragons, snow trolls, perhaps even giant if you handstand this attack. Very wise to equip in the free right hand something that would help you heal yourself while you're doing this little training. Because since you don't aim to kill the enemy early, you might want to stay alive also. If you feel that things go awfully bad, just punch the enemy with your shield, equip both healing spells in your hands and heal yourself much faster. In my case, I have the... excuse me, it's not selected in favorites. I'm just gonna go ahead and favorite. In my case, I have the improved restoration skill, which allow me to heal using the both hands at the same time. In your case, you might not necessarily have it, but even just healing from both hands will be really effective. Also, you might want to keep the fast healing spell instead of a simple healing spell because it's much faster. You cast it fast and you just heal yourself really quick. Also, you can improve your blocking skill by punching the enemy with your shield or with your weapon while you're blocking. Like this. It doesn't give such a dramatic increase, but if you use the skill points, the perk points to improve the perks within the block tree, you will be able to deal much more damage with the shield, and thus you will improve it faster. Notice how fast we improve the block right now. If we would fight a weaker opponent, we wouldn't be able to improve the block as fast. The harder, as I said, the harder the hit on you, the faster you will be able to improve your skill. Just during this video, we improved the skill by 23 points. As I said, you don't need to do it like in this fashion, you can just keep playing the game and understand how the skill works. Also, when you practice your block, don't forget that you're not going to improve your armor skills. In order to improve your armor skills, you need to do something much more suicidal. You need to unequip your shield, equip both healing spells, and just keep getting hits. You can also do the same things while having the shield equipped. It's much harder to level this up, because you might get killed really quick. Enemy deals this gigantic damage all on you, and it's very hard to stand alive under these hits. And some enemies have the tendency to execute special finishing moves, which prevent you from doing anything else, and sometimes they activate really randomly, even when you have a lot of hit points. Okay, so that's our general idea for improving the skill. Once you get bored of fighting with the character, you might just equip your primary weapon or the spells or the bow. In my case, I'm very good with the bow. I'm just gonna go ahead, equip my bow, and finish with the guy. That's the way to improve your block very, very quickly. You can do the same, as I said, as you're traveling. You just have to understand that it's very, very important to improve your block on very strong opponents. You're not gonna get such gigantic progress on weak opponents. The progress feels when the enemy hits harder. So we're talking about dragons, very, very strong enemies, such as giants, such as snow trolls, and so on. These enemies will help you improve the skill very fast. Now let's talk a little bit about the block perks. We have in general 2 trees which both end in the shield charge. Okay, we have the beginning of the skill, the shield wall. On the 5th level you will have 100% more efficiency with blocking. Then we have quick reflexes. Time slows down if you're blocking during an enemy's power attack. I would say it has its uses, but it's limitedly useful because it's not the case when with the bow you need this slowdown in order to aim more precisely. When you're using the close combat weapons, I don't think it's very necessary, but some people might like it. Plus, don't forget, it's only enemy's power attack, not normal attack. So it's not gonna activate every second or so. It's gonna activate only when the enemy uses very, very strong attacks. Now, let's go to the left. In general, left tree is for increased and improved survivability. Right tree is in general for improved damage output. They have equal length, so it doesn't really matter which one you choose in the perk wise. It matters on efficiency wise. So let's go to the left. The first skill unlocks on 30 is deflect arrows. Arrows that hit the shield do no damage. I think it's very important and effective skills because if you manage to block the arrows of the enemy by your shield, you won't get any damage from it. It's very important. You're not just gonna cut the damage down, you're just not gonna suffer any damage. It's very, very good skill. Even if you're going to the right tree, for example, you could just select this one. You could just select the arrows, the deflect arrows, and you will be well set. The next one is elemental protection. Blocking with a shield reduces incoming fire, frost, and shock damage by 50%. I mean, I don't think I have to describe it in details, but I will. Whenever you block with your shield and approach enemy wizard, you will be able to reduce fire, frost, and shock, all the elemental damages by 50%. This is gigantic increase, and all of a sudden makes your shield effective against enemy magic. Next one is Block Runner, able to move faster with a shield raise. This ability will allow you to move to the enemy faster even when you're trying to deflect enemy arrows or to get some elemental protection. With this skill you will be able to approach the enemy faster and finally finish him off. The final skill is the shield charge. Sprinting with a shield raised knocks down most targets. This is the ultimate skill with the shield, which will allow you to knock down small enemies on the ground in order to beat them up and finish them off, which will of course require large resources of stamina in order to sprint, in order to knock the enemy down. It's a very effective skill. I personally support the left tree rather than the right tree, but I'm still going to talk about the right tree. In the right tree, on the 30th level, we unlock Power Bash, which allows you to do a Power Bash. I can't really say how powerful this bash is. I would just say it's more effective. I cannot say I'm sorry for that. I might just make a specific video about the Power Bash and so on, but yeah, it unlocks the Power Bash. Then we have the Power Bash. Perhaps you can hold down your mouse button in order to hit the enemy with your shield, which will improve the damage output of it. The next one improves the bashing damage by 5 times. It's a gigantic increase, but I think for that you have your sword, or an axe, or a mace. That's not the purpose of the shield to kill the enemy. The purpose of the shield is to keep you alive. The right perk tree is making your shield a more effective weapon. Then we have Disarming Bash, which is, I would say, the pride of the right tree, a very important, very good skill, which allows you disarm the opponent when you bash him, meaning that his enemy, his weapon will fall out of his hands, or just go to his inventory, fall out of his hands, it's not important, and force him to equip it, re-equip it, again, unshield it, in order to fight with you again. It's a very important skill, allowing you to get this additional seconds, additional hits on the enemy when he cannot hit you back. And again, it ends up in the shield charge. So, here you go. I would personally suggest to go to the left tree, it's my personal opinion, but again, whichever you prefer, it will be of equal cost and you will come back for the same shield charge. Thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for joining the QuicksaveTV and me. I hope you enjoyed the commentary and the description of the blog. I hope you like this tutorial. Stay tuned for more tutorials, and of course like, subscribe and share with your friends if you liked it. Thank you very much, have a great day, and bye bye.